create our own project using Unity, we'll just jump into the Unity Hub, and then once we have installed the latest Unity version, we can create a project by accessing this new project button here at the top right corner of the screen. That's important. You'll need to select the editor version if you have multiple editor versions installed, but in this case we're going to use the one that we've just installed. And you can select here Universal 3D, that's the universal the URP pipeline for your project, but you can also use any of the other ones. Let me just minimize this a bit. You will also see that a Unity icon has appeared there at the desktop, which is completely normal and fine, but you'll find out that there are more universal 2D, for example. That's another template for you to create the project. Those templates, what they do, you can see here at this column right there, that there's like all templates, core templates, sample templates, learning templates. So these are different settings that you can use to create your base Unity project. In this case, you'll be learning something in the learning courses that Unity has, for example. So you're going to be creating one of those. But all of those samples are not installed by default. So you'll see that there's a cloud and an arrow pointing down, noting that you need to download that template in order for you to be able to use that. So let's access the core templates. And inside the core templates, we'll find out that all of these ones there are not even downloaded. So Unity, that version of Unity is just released with the base Universal 2D, Universal 3D, High Definition 3D, which is the HDRP, which I mentioned in the previous lesson. And then you can also access the built-in, but it's kind of deprecated. Deprecated means that it's not supported like anymore, fully supported, and they are gonna just remove it in the long term. But yeah, you can see like optimized for 3D applications developed with the built-in render pipeline. So if you want to read more, you can read more here. The platforms are iOS, Android, blah, blah, blah. And if I select this high definition render pipeline, you can see that that's just for Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. So no iPhone builds there as far as I'm aware of, but yeah, as said on the previous lesson, that's what it is. So if you wanted to create a built-in render pipeline, you would download the template, for example, and then that would be available for you to just use at any time for this specific version. First, let's select the Universal 3D template here, and you can name the project however you want. In this case, my project is completely fine, and it's going to deploy in users G desktop VFX, which is completely fine also. The Unity organization doesn't really matter. That's your Unity account. So you can select that one because that's the one that has the personal license attached to. So it's important to have like a personal license. And then connect to Unity Cloud. It's not needed at all. It's like a separate service that Unity will like get you to pay at some point. So it's not recommended at all. So you can deactivate that and then just create a project. There we go. So the project is booting up, and again, grab something to eat, make some popcorn because it's gonna take a bit of time. That's just at the beginning of the project. It's gonna take a bit more time than usual. Once you have created your project and everything is set up, it would mainly take less time, but it would depend on how many things you have installed into your Unity engine. So for example, let's say that into your project, you're going to be downloading different plugins, different assets, and Unity will have to also load that whenever you're opening that. So, I mean, it's not the worst loading time. I've seen way worse, but yeah, let's just drink some water. Remember to stay hydrated. And it should be good to go any second now. Just doing that, in real time, because I want you to see how long it takes on a beefy desktop computer. I've got like one of the latest machines that you can find. And yeah, the project has been opened here, and this is Unity. Welcome to Unity. Don't be afraid. It's gonna get way better than this. Don't worry about it. Now that we have created our own Unity project, it's time for us to create a scene. But you might ask, what's a scene? That's a nice question that we are gonna resolve in the next lesson. So, hope you really liked the fact that you are now able to create your own URP Unity projects. And I'm super glad that you now know what's a URP Unity project, because before doing the previous lesson, you wouldn't have known. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. You're learning step by step, slowly getting towards the goal, which is becoming a VFX artist. So, right, hope you liked the lesson.